In the red corner, Mr. Chuck Morgan. Reps his crowd. And in the blue corner, Mr. Chris Wilson. We have a lovely camera.
This should be quite interesting. We have Chuck Morgan, who has a very loud cheering section.
He sure does. Yep, he's here with Matchstick.
Yeah, and then Chris Wilson, who has always told me he likes to be referred to as the technician. He has a record of 1-1, and he's going up against a very popular Chuck Morgan.
Yep. Chuck has fought once before. He won down at the last event we had down at number 1 Shed. So he's coming in with a winning record. Chris is looking to spoil all that.
We have Anthony Machette back in as the man in the middle. And here we go, round 1. Chuck Morgan and Chris Wilson.
Yeah, let's see if Chuck can give us support or something to shout for him for.
See, Chuck is really going to the jab early.
It's the staple for any boxer. You can see again, both guys are a little bit more polished than the fights we've seen beforehand. Both have that bit of experience and a little bit lighter on their feet, on the balls of their feet, moving around the ring. Chris doing well, landing a couple of punches, but then at the end, Chuck did well to land a nice punch in retaliation. He brought his supporters to their feet.
This could turn out to be a real thriller.
Yeah, I think again Chris is doing some nice work, but Chuck seems to land a punch or two always at the same time. So, and the last couple of seconds he's maybe done been a bit more effective. So,
it's a good opening round.
A close round to call. I think, to be honest, I would probably shade that slightly towards Chris, but Chuck has got plenty of points on the board as well.
Lovely Danae.
Easy now, no need to go down. Drop that one, that is how we found. Easy now, no need to go down.
Round 2. This is normally the round where we can decide probably which way it's going to go.
It becomes a bit more clear on who the better boxer is, kind of thing. But again, with these guys both having fought before, it may not be as clear to see.
Chuck really taking it to Chris there.
Yeah, I was just thinking on the other hand. Chuck getting some really good work, some really good punches in there. So.
Yeah, but I'm concerned about throwing that sort of a barrage of punches early in the round.
Yeah.
It could come back to haunt him in the latter stages. We'll see what his fitness level is like.
Exactly. But I think for Chuck, maybe he's taking the first round, he's seen what Chris has to do, he's seen what Chris can do, he's seen what punches he throws, and then now he feels a bit more confident coming into the second round and taking the fight more to Chris. Oh, that was a nice straight right back there from Chris. And again, and again. Perhaps making Chuck feel not quite as confident.
Round 2 coming to a close, and the mouths are open.
Yeah, both guys feeling the effects.
Oh, that was a good jab by Chris.
Yep, Chuck giving some respect back there.
I think we're going to see some fireworks in round 3.
I think so. I mean, this fight is totally up for grabs. I think Chuck probably did the better work in the second, and I think overall he's probably now in the lead. But it's certainly not by much. The fight is still up for grabs for the third round.
This is it.
It's the money round. Chuck supporters trying to give him a lift. Chris again is landing some nice clean shots. Some punches right up the middle there. Chuck's not really covering. And Chris got 2 or 3 shots in. But overall, Chuck being more aggressive is probably getting a couple of punches in himself.
This is good action, Greg.
It is. It's nice and even. It's going to be a close one to call for the judges. Or so we thought. 5 or 6 good punches from Chuck. Maybe he's just changed the course of the fight. And then Chris comes back and gets 2 or 3 in for himself. Both fighters clearly tiring, but they're really now, as we said, this fight is up for grabs. So whoever can maybe land 2 or 3 more punches could be all the difference.
Round 3 coming to a close, and too close to tell.
Wow, yeah, that was a nice even contest. A good fight for the fight fans here in Berkeley. Standing ovation for that fight. Chuck very sportingly going across to Chris's corner. Say thank you and congratulations.
Nasty Nick. Definitely livening up the crowd that mountain. Chuck seems to have his own private cheering section. must warn you, the ring announcer tends to bump around the ring and dance a little bit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the results of bout number 5. The winner by a unanimous points winner in the blue corner, Chris Wilson.
I don't see how it is unanimous. I would have said a split decision.
It is certainly a close call. At the end of the day, Mike, you know, the judge is going to have it the 30 points to 29 all the same way. Doesn't mean it's any less close than there's a split decision where say a judge has it 30 to 27 the other way, you know.
Controversial.
But it just looked to me that Chris really was, even when Chuck was coming forward, Chris was able to just land 1 or 2 shots down the middle and just landing on Chris's chin, and it's those punches that can do all the difference.